Has an armed intruder ever broken into your home? I was putting my 9-month-old baby down for her afternoon nap when the baby monitor started acting weird. At first I thought it was just the crappy connection again. You know how those cheap monitors get all staticky. But then the screen cleared up and I saw something that made my blood freeze. There was a man in my baby's room, just standing there, going through her dresser drawers real quiet like he owned the place. I didn't scream, I didn't even breathe. I just hit the mute button on that monitor so fast because I realized he could probably hear himself through the speaker if I didn't. My hands were shaking so bad I almost dropped the thing. The guy had gloves on and this black backpack slung over his shoulder. I could see something bulky in his back pocket that definitely wasn't his wallet. My husband Jake had left for his shift at the fire station maybe 30 minutes before this. Perfect timing, right? I grabbed my keys real quiet and locked the basement door behind me. Then I called 911 with fingers that wouldn't stop trembling. The dispatcher asked me like 3 times if I was absolutely sure there was someone in my house. Lady, I'm staring at him right now on this monitor while he's rifling through my baby's stuff. I told him about the gloves, the backpack, whatever was in his pocket, probably a knife or gun. She asked if I was somewhere safe, and I whispered that I was locked in the basement, but my baby was still upstairs with this psycho. What I didn't know then was that this creep had been watching our house for weeks. He knew our whole routine down to the minute. Baby nap at 1 o'clock, Jake leaves for work at 12:30, and I always go downstairs to do laundry right after. Except today I didn't do laundry because my mom called crying about some drama with my aunt, and I got distracted talking to her for like an hour. That phone call probably saved my life. The cops showed up in 6 minutes, but it felt like 6 hours. I was glued to that monitor screen watching this guy move around upstairs. He went into our bedroom and started trying to pry open the closet door with something. It was locked because that's where Jake keeps his hunting rifles. The intruder never even realized he was being watched the whole time. Dumbass probably thought he had all day to do whatever sick thing he was planning. When the police finally got him, they found zip ties in that backpack. Duct tape too. And yeah, there was a knife in his back pocket. Big one. The detective told me later that they'd been looking for this guy for months. He'd been breaking into houses where young moms were home alone with their kids. 3 other women hadn't been as lucky as me. I couldn't sleep in that house for 3 days after. Every little sound made me jump. Jake had to take time off work because I was too scared to be alone. We ended up getting a whole new security system with cameras everywhere and motion sensors. But you know what really freaked me out? 2 weeks later, I found out this guy had been in my neighbor's yard multiple times taking pictures of our house. Mrs. Patterson across the street had seen him but thought he was just some delivery guy or something. The scariest part wasn't even the break-in though. It was realizing how many times I'd skipped doing laundry because of phone calls or just being lazy. How many times I could have walked right into that situation without a baby monitor to warn me. Now I've got one of those fancy monitors with night vision and motion alerts that sends notifications to my phone. Cost way more than I wanted to spend, but Jake said we're not taking any chances.